Hi everyone, my name is Joanna Whitney and I'm going to show a few techniques on how to self-soothe due to trauma. So just a little background, I am a trauma survivor. I grew up in a violent household from the time I was a little child until I was 15. I suffered from extreme violence and trauma. And also I suffered from sexual abuse, and it has gravely affected my ability to function in the world. And at that time, there was only talk therapy, um, cognitive behavior therapy, which did not really work on trauma. And in recent years, there's been a development in other types of PTSD recovery. And what I've been using is a combination of internal family systems therapy, EMDR, and self-soothing. So I'm going to show you some self-soothing techniques that I use when I'm having a panic attack or when I'm feeling any kind of weird feeling. And when I do these self-soothing techniques, it brings me into the present moment. So whereas my body feels like I am back there as a 2-year-old or 3-year-old or a 5-year-old, by doing the self-soothing techniques, it brings me into the present moment where my body understands that I'm actually my age. And so it can actually relax and heal and come into the present moment. So one of the things that I do is I pound my chest right below my collarbone. And what this does is it mimics patting a baby's back. This I find to be, for me, the most self-soothing technique. And I just do this until the panic subsides. The other thing to do is to hug yourself like this. This feels really good too. Another thing you can do is tap yourself like this. And you can also, while you're tapping yourself, you can also affirm a positive statement of intention. All is well. All is well. All is well. Another self-soothing technique would be to run your hands under your hands up to your arms in hot water. Another self-soothing technique is to back yourself into a corner and do this. Then you'll feel like you're totally held. When it comes to trauma, what I've learned is that I have to be in a place where I'm okay feeling those incredibly uncomfortable feelings and not distract from them. So I don't use television or sex or shopping, alcohol, drugs, sleeping when I feel those uncomfortable feelings. Instead, I just sit through them. And the first thing to do when you're going to start this work is you have to start to treat yourself like you love yourself. This is very difficult for trauma survivors. However, you have what I realize is that the allies want us to hate ourselves and be broken like this. And this is part of the agenda, the eugenics agenda, to keep us down. So with that in mind, it makes it a lot easier for me to treat myself in a loving way and treat myself as I would treat a little girl who is in pain, other than myself. And when I do that, I know that I am standing up for myself and I am doing things that will later lead me to be a leader in the freedom movement.